set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. They go play action with Ryan. This is intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and running with power here. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense. I thought that Brandon Cooks took over the #1 role for the Texans after DeAndre Hopkins was shipped to Arizona, and he wound up with a team-leading 81 catches in 2020, his most since 2015.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Marlon Mack, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Texans on just 2 plays have taken the lead. And there, the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense. Get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. At their own 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
Now on 2nd and 13, Ryan. Big hold of the 30. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
2nd down and 4. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he gets it down to the 32.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The 3rd running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, 3rd most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line. Hey, cruise it.
14's the mic.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. There he goes, right side. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
At the 45-yard line.
Here's Ryan. Looking for Campbell downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. Ryan. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Colts. Kiki QT. His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a one-score game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This a give to Mack running to the right. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Off play action. Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On the handoff, it's Mack. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Now it's Newton. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Colts 7.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Cam Newton with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
21, Colts 7. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity. Mo Alley Cox in his 4th season now in the NFL had 31 catches for the Colts last year, really starting to develop into an excellent target downfield, and there he picks up a first down.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Joe Schobert, number 4 in the NFL in tackles last year, in to make the stop.
14's the mic. 14's the mic.
You ain't got nothing. 54, stop. 14.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
39. Check three. Check 3.
They go play action now. Ryan. That ball caught by Campbell. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big connection on that one. 38 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back.
Throwing now. Ryan on 1st down. Back to the same target. Campbell. Touchdown. Harris Campbell. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown.
Brandon, what we just saw there were 2 guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, here's Newton. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Oh, it don't
Touchdown, Houston. Brevin Jordan, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense. Now, ball away.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Ryan now off the bootleg. That's caught by his tight end, Kylan Granson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Again, Ryan. And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And the Texans are going to get it back here just past the 35.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
At the 43-yard line.
A give running right is Mack. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. But DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Newton, room to run past midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. A shotgun snap for Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw again on 2nd down, Newton. He completes this one to Mack. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Yannick Ngakoue. Just as hard to say his name as he is to block. He's there and on the stop that time. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't. But he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Throwing is Newton. They'll run the screen with Mack. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Kaimi Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game?
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Colts. Well, he's been doing this for more than a decade now, showing that he's still got that arm strength from back when he was the #1 overall pick.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Newton's throw taken in there by Cooks. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
This to the outside for Mack. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep for the Colts, Nyheim Hines. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Looking for Campbell downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And some room to run now. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. On the handoff, running left, Marlon Mack. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. Here's Newton. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And no thought of a return here for Hines. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Ryan. Outright to the right side and into the hands of the tight end Granson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play there on the catch and run.
And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on it. There you hope that you get your defense going.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. Extra point by Blankenship. It's up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Play action. It's Newton. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. After the sack on 1st down, Newton. Here's a diving catch right side.
I think one of the key words in today's NFL is hybrid. You know, guys who can do more than just what they're asked to do. How about our running back there laying out like a wide receiver and making that catch?
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's Newton. Dumps this one off to Mack. No gain on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. forced out to his left. That's going to be caught by Moss. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 12-yard line. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They go right back to Mack. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Cam Newton with his third touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes, because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Looking for Campbell downfield, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10.
Mike 14. Mike 14. No.
it's Ryan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Richie Grant. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run here with Mack. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Cam's going to run the option right. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll try and run. Here's Mack. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will swell the lead to 16. So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. 14, 20, 20. Let's get it together.
Now Ryan. A throw on the money there to Doolin. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Play action. Ryan. Looking for Campbell downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
61 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop? They'll run on first down. Mack, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
On second down, it's Mack, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Lucky there just to avoid the safety. Able to fight through the tackle, but still backed up near the goal line. Malik McDowell there to make the tackle. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And got his man complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A big play there for Indy. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield.
14's the mic. 14's the mic. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Ryan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's see what you got. Hey, check, check. Check, check. Hey, 59, ready. Yes.
Here's Ryan to throw. And this one complete to Doolin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
36, 36. 11.
Play action. It's Ryan. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 14. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Tech,